What a dominant performance by South Africa. 2-0 up in the series, and with the final game at the Wanderers to come. I mean, a 3-0 is needed for us to go up the rankings and to go even points with India, and they did it in complete style.
And you know what? This we said that Cape Town was probably their best chance to win. This was their best chance to win in South Africa. That was definitely... I personally think too much was made of the pitch. However, we have to concede that this was certainly a pitch that suited the Indian players a lot more. And we smashed them. What was it, 135 run victory before lunch on the final day?
Yeah.
That was about as comprehensive as it gets. And Virat Kohli was really bullish in the press conference earlier. He batted back a lot of tough questions, but the fact remains that his team was completely outclassed.
In conditions that suited them. I mean, it would have been smarter to pick another spinner like Jadeja in the team and who can also bat. It would have made it a little bit more tricky for them to win. I mean, some of our players do struggle against spin.
Maybe, yeah, that's a fair comment. I think it was their batsmen that didn't front up in that second innings though. Perhaps an extra spinner would have played, but then who would you have dropped? Shami was their best bowler. Ishan was the only bowler tall enough to extract any bounce. Bumrah's their quickest through the air. Who do you drop then if you're going to play the spinner?
Yeah, it's a really difficult question. That I think Shami would have to give away.
Yeah, no, but it was their batsman. It was the batsman that failed.
That failed. And you know, a particular highlight for me was the wicket of Rohit Sharma. The way Faf placed the fielders in, it was unbelievable how it worked. And an amazing catch by AB de Villiers. He set it up beautifully. I think that was great captaincy from Faf. I heard a lot of comments in the stands about what is he doing. Why don't they just play a proper test cricket and not such an attacking field? But I mean, amazing. He set him up beautifully.
Absolutely. And obviously credit to Lungi Ngidi on debut, who we'll get to in the questions. But
amazing.
The viewers know what we feel about him. We love the guy.
Yeah. Reinhard wants to know, great bowling by Lungi Ngidi on his debut. How many players have taken a 5-4 on test debut? I think it's the 149th.
That's right, he's the 149th. He's the first since Toby Rowland Jones ran through us at the Oval. Yeah. He's the 23rd South African, the first since Kyle Abbott got 7 for against Pakistania. But the best bowling performance by a South African on debut was Lance Klusener, who got 8 for 64 against India at Eden Gardens in 1996. Tim Fish wants to ask us, how much credit should Otis Gibson take for South Africa's series win? He thinks that Dale Stein's comments about the merits of having a fast bowler as a coach is being proven to be on point.
I think you are 100% on point. Otis Gibson needs to take full credit for this. He's given our bowlers a completely different confidence and aggression in them. And he's brought out the best of our bowlers. I mean, it must have been his decision to bowl them in shorter spells and manage them the way they have. I mean, giving Faf some tips for that.
Yeah, and absolutely. I think, and just the decision to go with 4 quicks, that just sends a message throughout the team that, guys, we are here to take 20 wickets and we're here to take 20 wickets with pace. Yeah. And if you're one of those pacemen, you know that you can bowl a short, sharp spell. You don't have to be one of those workhorses, because I mean, none of these guys are like the guy being the workhorse, the Peter Sitter role.
Yes.
Often we asked Morne Walker to just kind of pound his knees into dust.
Yeah.
They don't have to do that now. These guys can just come out and rip it, and results speak for themselves.
I also give him a lot of credit for not listening to what the press have to say. I mean, there was a lot of people talking about who should replace Steyn, and a lot of people said an all-rounder.
Yes.
And he went with his gut, and he went with a fast, quick 21-year-old bowler that took 6 on his debut. So I mean, give him credit for that too. I think Otis has been an amazing coach for us. San Ali wants to know, why is Sharma playing instead of Rahane?
I think the short answer is that Virat Kohli prefers him. I think the more complex answer is recent form. So Sharma, in his last 5 innings before he came here against Sri Lanka, got 82, 51 not out, 102 not out, 62 and 50 not out. Mm-hmm. Compare that to Rahane, whose last 5 innings against Sri Lanka went 4, 0, 2, 1 and 10. Though he did get 132 against Sri Lanka in Colombo. Rahane does have a better average than Sharma. But I think it just does come to recent form. Perhaps they thought they wanted to run with the momentum. I don't necessarily know if one would be better than the other. I think both of them would struggle, but you know, recent stats in South Africa have shown that probably Virat needs to have some sort of change in that lineup.
Yeah, I've always actually seen Sharma as a one-day player though.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. I thought Rahane is more of a test player, and he would have been able to, you know, grit out a performance. You know, like just be more like an Alga type of. Get those quick,
like a nuggety
type of player. I thought that would have been.
The India journos were laughing in the press box. They were saying that we can thank Sri Lanka's bowlers for this result because they just went on the form of Sri Lanka. But facing Sri Lankan bowlers in the subcontinent is very different to facing Lungi and Ngidi, even on a slowish South African wicket. Etienne de Beer is asking us, if Markram isn't recovered for the next test, do we ask Temba Bavuma to open the batting or do we select a specialist batsman?
My gut feelings tells me that Markram is going to start, but if it doesn't, I'm going to say Temba Bavuma needs to get back into the side.
As an opener?
That's a really difficult question. I don't think he has the ability to open. I mean, is it possible that Quinton de Kock could maybe get a run over there, or is he not ready for that, do you think?
No, well, not if he's going to keep with the gloves. Look, he has kept and opened the batting in the same game. I think if Markram isn't fit, they should draft in a specialist opening batsman. We've seen how Steven van Zyl, how he ruined his career by asking him to open the batting. The question is, who comes out and opens the batting? It remains to be seen. Not many openers have been banging down the doors. It's been mostly middle order batsmen. Quinton's not a bad shot, and have Temba come in the middle order. That's not necessarily the worst idea in the world. Maybe opening the batting against a new ball where Quinton can kind of just be a bit more aggressive might work, but I don't like the idea of Temba Bavuma opening the batting.
Yeah, me neither. John Dillinger wants to know, why isn't hotspot being used in the Test series?
Because it's 18 rand to the pound, and hotspot is very expensive. That's basically it.
Yeah.
George Netson is, I hope, tongue-in-cheek asking, where will Kevin Peterson bat in this lineup once he has qualified to play for South Africa?
Maybe 12th man, maybe a mascot. I mean, I don't know. I don't see any place in that team for him.
Look, I'll reserve my comments on the person. As far as the batsman, he was obviously, unquestionably, one of the greatest batsmen of an era. He was so exciting to watch. But watching him recently in the Big Bash, he just couldn't time the ball like he used to. Kevin, thanks for your career, but I think it's done.